Imagine a perfect world, one filled with beautiful sunsets, one with amazing nights spent on the beach around campfires with friends, hours spent at night looking up at the stars, tracing the constellation, a world overflowing with joy and happiness. What if I told you this place already existed? Better yet, what if I told you you're already there? Now, most people would question this and say there's no way such a perfect world could exist on a planet filled with such hunger and fear and pain. But let me explain. I'm Brandon Boyce, and I'm a filmmaker. When I was 7, my parents told me that I was going to be an older brother. And for a while, it seemed like our 3-person family was going to turn into the perfect 4-family suburban household. And for a while, things were great. Everybody was excited. But then, a few months into the pregnancy, there was a roadblock. The doctors told us that my brother wasn't going to live to be more than a few days old. So, when my parents woke me up in the middle of the night, rushed me off to my grandma's and dropped me off so they could take a helicopter to Cincinnati so my brother could be born around the best doctors and nurses in the country, you can understand that the 7-year-old me was a little confused. My life was yanked out from under me. Everything I knew changed. For the first couple months, I stayed with my aunt, and she moved in with me to take care of me at my own house. My uncle stayed at their home so that way he could keep things running around there. And for a while, they were my family. My aunt was the one who would wake me up for school, make me breakfast, call me sick from school. My uncle would go out and buy us Nerf guns and flashlights for sleepovers. And it was normal for me. But then, a few months later, it was time for my dad to come home to return back to work, and things changed yet again. I took the 5.5-hour car ride with my dad to Cincinnati every weekend, leaving on Friday, visiting my mom and brother on Saturday, and taking the trek home Sunday morning so I could cram in any homework. Fast forward 8 months. It's been 8 months longer than we were ever told my brother would live. And he's moving back to Chicago. He's not home yet, but it's a start for our family getting back to a normal life, or at least as normal as it'll ever be. Fast forward again. My brother's now 6 or 7, and we're at his first t-ball game. My uncle pulls up and starts unloading his gear out of the SUV, gear that's normally used for photographing high school and college football games. But this time something's different. He sees me sitting around taking pictures with my mom's old Nikon camera, and he brings over a camera that's twice as long as my arm. It's bigger than I can even hold, and in an act of faith, he hands it to me. He teaches me how to shoot with it, take pictures, and while my brother's hitting balls off the tee, standing lost in the outfield, it feels like a major league game to me. Taking pictures as if he was Babe Ruth, slapping ball after ball over the fences. A few weeks later, I get a text from my dad. He tells me my uncle's at my house and that I need to come home. And when I get over, I see that he's got a suitcase at his feet. But as I look closer, I realize it's not a normal suitcase. It's a camera bag. And he pulls me over, and he tells me that after he saw all the pictures that I took on his camera, him and my aunt decided that it was time for me to have one of my own. I spent the next couple months taking my camera with me everywhere, taking pictures at every t-ball game, going downtown for the littlest things. As I was researching more on my camera, I found out that my camera could do more than just take pictures. It could also take videos. And if a picture's worth 1,000 words, then a video can tell so many stories. I took up one of my best friends and we went out, expecting to shoot a video that was Hollywood quality. What we got was far less than that. We rode on our skateboards for a while, just recording everything as we went. And we got home, put it on my computer, and edited in iMovie. And it was the worst video I have ever seen. But at the same time, this video that was so bad was so good. It was my first learning experience. It taught me what camera movements looked good, which ones didn't, what brought me into the video and what took me out, what made me feel different ways. And we went out the next day and we shot another video, and it was better. And we did the same thing the next day, and the days after that, and the months went by. We would go out and shoot so many videos, bring them into my new editing software, and edit so many videos of every trip. You could take a mundane trip filled with gray skies and only a few good days and make a whole video that just is filled with joy and passion. I live my life through a lens, making sure that I capture every good moment, so that way when life gets me down, I can look back on the good times be transported to that perfect place, the one where everything is happy and filled with joy. And I put these videos out there so that hopefully other people get the same sense of joy and are uplifted the same way. I'm Brendan Boyce, and I'm a filmmaker.